Welcome back, my beautiful fans. It is I, Dark Lord of the Sith and Jedi Grandmaster Dalagrath. I know it's a mouthful, but eventually we'll get to it. Today I'm going to bring you the continuation of Know Your Saga, and we'll be going over the last parts of Revan's journey, and it will include the end of the novel titled Revan, as well as all things related to Revan in the MMO, The Old Republic. This episode will heavily be bombarded with spoilers of Revan's fate, just to warn you guys. So last time we left off with Revan heading to Nathema and leaving Canderous Ordo in charge of the newly reformed Mandalorians. It is here where Revan traveled to the mysterious planet and discovered that it was completely void of both life and the Force. However, before he could land the ship, he was noticed by Dark Counselor Darth Nihilus and Lord Scourge. They knocked out Revan's ship with a blast and took Revan as a prisoner from the wreckage. They made the mistake of not noticing Revan's droid T3M4, which later turned out to harm them. They tortured Revan for months on end until he cracked and told him everything and anything they wanted to know. Darth Nihilus was upset due to the fact that Revan had nothing of interest to him. But Lord Scourge grew an attachment to Revan, and they easily bonded over a period of time. They discussed things about their personal lives that they could not discuss to anybody else. At this point, T3M4 had fully fixed the Ebon Hawk and accidentally found the Jedi exile Meetra Surik. This is the point where KOTOR 2 begins and Meetra Surik goes through multiple adventures before Darth Traya tells Surik where Revan is located. At this point, she is set out to rescue Revan with the Ebon Hawk and T3M4. They both fly to Dromund Kaas after they take a quick trip to Nathema and discover the same thing Revan did. It is here where Surik was able to commune with Lord Scourge, and they started to make a pact. Scourge realized that the Emperor Vitiat was too powerful and needed to be taken out. Together, they had a common enemy, and Scourge decided to turn on the Emperor. But because of Sith teachings, he was wary at first, and decided to keep his teachings instead of reforming to the Jedi. Before Revan could be killed by Sith on orders from the Emperor, Scourge, T3M4, and Surik rushed in and saved him. Surik then gave Revan his mask back, which flooded Revan with thousands of memories, which resulted in him fainting. During an encounter with Darth Nihilus, Revan regained consciousness and obliterated Nihilus into pieces using lightning. They retreated back to a safe location before discussing that the Emperor needed to die that day if the galaxy was to survive. Lord Scourge agreed immediately, partially due to his Sith teachings of killing his ultimate master. At that point in the novel Revan, the 4 members of the squad rush in and get into a conflict with the Emperor. During a point in the fight, Surik saves Revan's life instead of killing the Emperor, which pushes Lord Scourge to the feeling that the Jedi were too weak to kill him. It wasn't enough of a breaking point, however, to change his mind, so they continued to fight the Emperor. It was at that moment that Scourge peered into the future and saw millions of outcomes, but none of them involved Revan having any part in killing the Emperor, but rather that some other Jedi Knight was to deliver the final blow. He then decided to betray the Jedi for the better of the galaxy, and killed Surik, which distracted Revan. The Emperor took advantage of the situation, and shocked Revan with lightning, and knocked him unconscious. At this point, the Emperor locked Revan in a point of stasis to torture him and gain any useful information using the Force. However, unknown to the Emperor, Meetra Surik's Force aberrations stayed with Revan the entire time, bolstering Revan's Force and mind enough to fight back for 300 years. 300 years later, the true Sith Empire attacked the Republic and started the war up again. And this is where the MMO began. So at this point, I'm going to warn you, the next bit of information, or bits of information, are filled with a lot of spoilers, and they might upset you if you're worried about that. So, this would probably be the time for you to get out of here if you want. But if not, then you'll enjoy this next part. So, during a level 30-ish flashpoint, the Republic is sent to rescue a Jedi prisoner from a highly secure location called the Maelstrom Prison. Once the Republic members reach the end of the flashpoint and kill Grand Moff Kilran, they release the unknown Jedi prisoner, which turns out to be Revan. He tells the group that he must go to the Foundry, which could be used as a superweapon to harm the true Sith permanently. He takes HK-47 and he heads to the Foundry, where at this point, 4 Imperials are sent to stop whoever's controlling it. Revan has gone mad with anger, or fear, from the Emperor and the Empire itself, and attacks the 4 Imperials, no matter if they try to reason or not. At this point, the 4 Imperials take down Revan, and Revan explodes into a massive force burst, resulting in his apparent death. Thus ends the saga of Revan, a Jedi Master, a Sith Lord, a traitor, a survivor, and an all-around fan-loving character. Thanks for watching, and I hope you all enjoyed another episode of Know Your Saga. I have a special episode coming out next week, so make sure to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss it. Have a wonderful holiday, and may the Force be with you.
As much as you can. Luckily, it seems as if the hounds...
Goodbye, Chewbacca.